Hey everyone! In this video, we're gonna focus on the office vocabulary. Office vocabulary. This lesson is for intermediate students. Before we begin, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Alright, let's get started. These are office buildings. Office buildings, especially tall ones, are called skyscrapers. Skyscrapers. Office buildings and skyscrapers are usually located in the downtown area. Downtown area. Let's take a peek inside one of the buildings. Let's take a peek inside one of the buildings. Inside, we can see there is an office space. An office space. There are two types of office spaces. Two types of office spaces. The first one is an open office space. An open office space. Also called an open concept. An open concept. And the other one is a cubicle. A cubicle. A cubicle. A cubicle is a closed-off office space. A cubicle is a closed-off office space. Which one do you prefer? A cubicle or an open office space? A cubicle or an open office space? Tell me in the comments below. This is Bob. Bob is an employee of this company. This means that Bob works at this office building. In this company, the dress code for employees is business casual. In this company, the dress code for employees is business casual. That means that Bob is required to wear a suit and a tie for work. Now, let's talk about things that you would normally find in a typical office. Office supplies. Office supplies. A pen. A pen. A pen. Also called a ball pen. A ball pen. You can sign documents using a pen. You can sign documents using a pen. A pencil. A pencil. A pencil. You can write something using a pencil and then erase it using an eraser. This is called a stapler. A stapler. A stapler. A stapler is used to staple together pieces of paper. A stapler is used to staple together pieces of paper. This is a pair of scissors. This is a pair of scissors. And it's a great tool for cutting paper. It's a great tool for cutting paper. This box cutter is also a great tool for cutting paper and cardboard boxes. This box cutter is also a great tool for cutting paper and cardboard boxes. This is a ruler. You can measure stuff with a ruler. You can measure stuff with a ruler. This thing is called a tack. A tack. A tack. Tacks can be used for attaching posters to the walls, for example. Attaching posters to the walls. This is a paper clip. A paper clip. It's used to hold pieces of paper together. It's used to hold pieces of paper together. Another form of a paper clip is a binder clip. A binder clip. A binder clip. Another essential item is a file folder. A file folder. A file folder, or plural, file folders. File folders. Usually, I keep all of my file folders in an organizer. That way, I can always find them very easily. That way, I can always find them very easily. This is a calculator. A calculator. A calculator. It's used for adding, dividing, subtracting, and multiplying numbers. It's used for adding, dividing, subtracting, and multiplying different numbers. Bob is using the calculator. Bob is using the calculator. Nowadays, you can find a computer virtually in every office. Nowadays, you can find a computer virtually in every office. A computer can be either a desktop, or a laptop. A desktop or a laptop. A desktop is a stationary computer, and a laptop is a portable computer. A desktop usually takes up more space than a laptop and has a monitor, a mouse, and a keyboard. The advantage of using a desktop over a laptop is more power. But the advantage of using a laptop over a desktop is, of course, its portability. Bob is working on his computer. Bob is working on his computer. This is an office desk. An office desk. Also called a computer desk. A computer desk. And this is an office chair. An office chair. This is a notice board. A notice board. It's a board that displays useful and important information. A potted plant. Some people like to make their working spaces a little bit nicer by putting potted plants on their desks. The next essential item is a filing cabinet. A filing cabinet. A filing cabinet. You can keep your documents or papers in your filing cabinet. It's important to stay hydrated. That's why every office has a water cooler. A water cooler. A water cooler. Also, an important item is a copy machine. A copy machine or a photocopier. Photocopier. And of course, a very important item is your cell phone. A cell phone. A cell phone. A cell phone. It's important to have your cell phone on you during the work hours in case someone calls you. It's important to have your cell phone on you during the work hours in case someone calls you. Bob is using his cell phone. Bob is using his cell phone. This is called a clipboard. A clipboard. A clipboard. A clipboard. It is used for holding papers and providing support for writing. It's used for holding papers and providing support for writing. Supervisors usually use clipboards. Supervisors usually use clipboards. This is a waste paper basket. A waste paper basket. It's used for putting trash in it. It's used for putting trash in it. Bob is throwing a crumpled up piece of paper into a waste paper basket. Bob is throwing a crumpled up piece of paper into a waste paper basket. The next item is a coffee cup. A coffee cup. A coffee cup. In the mornings, it's sometimes difficult to wake yourself up. So, coffee definitely helps. In an office, you would usually have a meeting once in a while. In an office, you would usually have a meeting once in a while. Every meeting has to have an agenda. An agenda. An agenda is basically a goal. An agenda. An agenda. Every meeting, someone is designated to take notes. To take notes, also called minutes. 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 For example, this time James was designated to take notes. He is drinking coffee and taking notes on his laptop. If for some reason people disagree on some issue, they could vote by a show of hands. A show of hands. When everybody at the meeting is thinking about some idea or how to come up with some idea, it's called brainstorming. 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 To suggest an idea is to put forward emotion. Emotion. To put forward emotion. To end the meeting is to wrap up the meeting. Wrap up the meeting. Now, let's learn some job interview vocabulary. If you want to apply for a job, you have to have a resume. A resume. A resume. Also, a lot of companies want you to send them a cover letter along with your resume. A cover letter. A cover letter. The difference between a resume and a cover letter is that a resume is more detailed. It's more detailed. It usually includes your work history, your education, your skills, and your work experience. It usually includes your work history, your education, your skills, and your work experience. While a cover letter is a more brief overview of why you should work for this particular company. It's a brief summary of why you are qualified for this position. Some jobs require you fill out an application. An application. An application. An application usually includes legal stuff like your name, your address, your social security number, and so on. The people who apply for a job are called applicants. Applicants. In an interview, you're gonna be asked some questions. For example, tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself. Or, what's your background? What's your background? Or, why should I hire you? Why should I hire you? Hire means to accept a job application. Hire is to accept a job application. And to fire or to lay off an employee. To lay off an employee means to terminate his or her employment. To terminate the employment. Basically, if your boss tells you that you're fired, that means you no longer work at this company. Thank you for watching until the end. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye for now.